All right, I am not allowed at school, so I am not allowed to film my videos normally, so we are going to try this screen recording method. Your lesson is 7.5 on page 132 in your book. It's on prepositional phrases and adverbs. We already know what both of those are, so this should be a pretty easy lesson. For your warm-up, I want you to pair these verbs and these prepositional phrases and use them in a sentence. So go ahead and pause the video and just write one sentence using one of these verbs and one of these prepositional phrases. Ooh. So maybe you said something like, Zach ate food at his desk. Okay. Our verb is ate. Our prepositional phrase is at his desk. That's where he ate it. Okay? Pause the video and read the top highlighted part. And let's copy down that definition. An adverb phrase is a prepositional phrase that describes a verb, adjective, or other adverb. Oops. Pause the video and read that example sentence. All right, so first they use an adverb cautiously, ends in ly. It describes how they moved. But then they change cautiously to a prepositional phrase. The runaway slaves moved with caution. Okay? So Zach ate food at his desk. Grammarly, why are you yelling at me? At his desk is describing where he ate. This is an adverb phrase. This is a prepositional phrase that is describing ate, so that's what makes it an adverb phrase. Go ahead and read those other example sentences and try and guess which are the adverb phrases. Simple enough. Let's go on to exercise 1. It says, in the following sentences, tell what each italicized adverb phrase describes. So they already give you the adverb phrase. They're asking what word is it describing. And remember, the only options are verbs, adjectives, or other adverbs. So if you get like a noun, that's not an adverb phrase. That's not what it's describing. So number 1, it says, many slaves were freed because of the Underground Railroad. So what were they? They were free. That's the verb. Why were they free? They were free because of the Underground Railroad. Number 2, it says the name was applied to a special system. Applied. That's what it was applied to. So if you notice, it's been verbs so far. Okay? Oh, actually, I messed up. This should say was applied because was is the helping verb. Also, this is capitalizing automatically. You don't need to capitalize them, but I'm lazy. Number 3, the system was too risky for some slaves. For some slaves describes who it was risky for. Risky is actually an adjective, right? It's describing a noun, risky, for some slaves. The Underground Railroad began in the colonial period and became part of a larger movement later in the 19th century. The answer is later. If you've noticed another pattern, it's typically the word that is right next to the phrase that is being described. So before I read the rest of the answers to you, go ahead and pause the video and try and do the rest of this exercise on your own. And then I will read them to you and you can check and see if you are correct. All right, so number 5 was expanded, 6 escaped, 7 left, 8 traveled, 9 were aided, and 10 sympathetic. If you have any questions, feel free to comment on the assignment, ask me on Zoom, ask me via email. Exercise 2 is really long, but that's because this is a super important skill to practice, okay? So it's 1 through 22. You got to do all of them. And I did the first 2 for you on the Google Doc. So you only need to do 20, but good luck.